Alrighty, another day, another episode of trying to figure out where I'm going in this town. Which is most likely the docks. If I can figure out how to get there. I'm just kind of I'm kind of just in a soup of no red lines. I guess I haven't scraped up against any barriers lately and I made it like this far down the road. Okie dokie. I forgot there's a look behind you button. That came up once during the chase. That seems like, admittedly, that seems like it's almost never a useful button. Oh look, the light's picking up stuff. I think it's just picking up that there's a door back here. Which is where I just came from. We knew that much. I completely forgot there's a dedicated look behind you button. It is almost never useful in video games. It's like, of all things, it's useful in like Mario Kart. Because you can see where the enemy behind you is and like tell whether or not it's actually helpful to throw a thing at them. But in horror games, it's literally just like a, oh, I'd like to scare myself button. Oh no! And then you're like, let's use the dedicated, I'm gonna run into a wall button. It's probably more useful in some games, like if you had the chance to look behind you in Outlast or something like that, sometimes it might be more helpful to actually know if the enemy is behind you and coming and everything, but like, the primary chase sequences in this game are just the big, weird distortion effect chasing me, and I don't need to ask the game whether or not it's behind me. It's literally always right behind me. Every time I take any turn or corner, hey, another one. It inevitably is always like already doing damage to me because of how close it is all the time. It literally goes through walls and sheets. Earthy. This side quest is easy. I mean, I'm probably not gonna, I don't know if I'll finish it because I have no idea how many there are or where they are, but I at least understand the concept of like, aha, I released a bird and got a cutscene. Within the scope of the normal game mechanics, that is a comprehensible thing. I think where I struggle with the other side quests is trying to parse what they want from me because of the fact that they're like a format shift from the rest of the game's behavior. So you can't really use your existing knowledge of how the game has been working so far to then execute on those and like figure out what the game wants from you. Pick up what? Oh, a brick. I would like there to be a pickup thing, like icon that just says what you're gonna pick up on some level. It's just too much work every single time to look around trying to figure out what the prompt is getting triggered by. Especially when it can literally be a plot item. That's the biggest thing, is I would like it to be like a special icon for when it's picking up an important object versus like, oh, another rock. Because we generated a rock every 10 feet. This will probably get the bridge down, right? Because the bridge is up. Stick. I don't think that's an insane thing to say too, because it's just kind of been like a staple of other video games. Like, if you think about it, like, shooters have been giving you an icon of what the gun is that you're gonna pick up if you press the pickup button for basically as long as they've existed. Ever since picking up has been an option. Like, I think in Perfect Dark and GoldenEye you might pick up every gun automatically just by touching them because you can carry all of them at once. But ever since it's been a choice to pick something up, like in Halo, you've always actually had the prompt to manually pick it up. It's another one of these. I take it that these are candles. I don't have a candle. But yeah, that's the second one of those I've seen now. It kind of feels like this game wants you to play it multiple times and then come back the second time and figure out all the stuff. The other door also come to the same room. Yep. Was that what? I saw that weird lump right there, and I thought there was like a goat behind the. Look at that! It looks like there's a goat behind the two pieces of cardboard, and like those are horns, the stuff. Anyway. The layout of this building is a little wild. Okay. I don't think that's interactive, the weird panel. Where's the... What the fuck? This spooked me. Just hearing the sounds like come at me, but I don't see anyone. I don't see anything to interact with around here, but I hear noises. What the fuck am I hearing? Why did it sound like they swung at me? What the fuck? What was that? I don't understand. Man. Okay, is there like a... Oh. Missed that. Harmony for... What the fuck is that? Also harmony first part. Also a sign of health and the marriage of heaven and earth. What? I'm looking for bridge controls. That is the most nonsensical item description I've ever seen. Full on, like, the carbuncle ate itself. Where you're like, what am I reading? What am I supposed to think that means? Anyway, I panicked and switched to purple light because I was like, maybe an invisible thing's coming at me? It must be outside. Where is it? Is it up? Is it on top of the bridge? Does Harmony go here? Oh, hey. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so I guess the other time there was also one of these nearby? What the fuck did they do? Okay, it sheds a light on the wall. Okay. No, it doesn't shine anything on the wall. That's just already on the wall. How do I know? How do I know if it's backwards or not? Because it wouldn't make the same... hello. I'm gonna check inside real quick to see if it did something. You just need... Are you supposed to, like, find every piece of this system? I don't think it changed anything in here. Are you supposed to find all of the pieces, put them on all of the holsters, then point them at each of the markings on the walls and whatnot, and then once you've done that to all of them, something happens? The worry is that you would kind of hope for some piece of feedback that you did the individual pieces right. Otherwise you have to backtrack through the entire game and all of the instances of that weird puzzle just to figure out if you did any of them right. Ow. Poor door choice. Just literally camping this exact door. Oh, I didn't even do the runaway trick. Ah! I did everything wrong. I did it all wrong. Leave me alone. Oh, there's a ladder. Okay, there we go. So this is probably my actual goal then, huh? Yep. Hey, a new axe. This is my all axes run. I'm only allowed to use axes. Ow. Oh. Hello. You can, that's kind of neat that you she's right behind me. It's kind of cool that you can run on this thing before it's even all the way down. Being able to touch things that are moving is always interesting in games, because you just like so many games for so long, and even still today, will just lock you off of it until it's completely static to avoid any potential like strange interactions happening. That's one of the things that blew, like, just was mind-blowing about like elements of like, not again. The rain, I guess. One of the mind-blowing things about like Uncharted 2 and 3 was how it had like an increasing number of things that would like move around when you interact with them. And I think in 3 you're like inside of a collapsing building and stuff while it's going. You're like, whoa! And at the time it was just very novel to have the level be able to move. So it's very rare. There were games like Bayonetta that gave you like the illusion that the level was moving, but it was really just like as far as I know, I think it was just like a static piece of level that just happened to be
What's wrong with this picture?
Represented aesthetically by the idea that it was falling through the air. You say what's wrong with this picture. When was it a picture is my question.
Something change?
Did something change? Is that what it does? It's almost always just this, right? It's like the one verb is... It's almost always, oh, a painting got upside down. I did not get a good look around the room. It's the book. It's always the book. There we go. I guess we're supposed to make them match. This is open in the mirror, but the painting is still upside down. Yeah. Are you doing them in a specific order? It sounded completely different in the painting version than in my version. Did I do it? Oh, candle. Candle doesn't make a noise, I guess. That makes sense. Ah! Guess I won. Health kit. Health kit. I don't know what it says to pick up right now. Oh, bricks? Who cares? Okie dokie. Oh, no. Silent Hill Psychiatric Health Center. Patient name D.A. Malone. Date of birth 3/4/76. It should be March 4th because it's American. The patient is a young Caucasian woman, age 20, of good physical health with no abnormalities in her medical or mental health history. She initially came to my office after a recommendation from her family doctor complaining of insomnia, exhaustion, and depression. Subject recently lost a sibling, older sister, but refuses to divulge further details. After further interviews, I have diagnosed the patient as suffering from acute obsessive-compulsive disorder. Patient describes recurring nightmares, anxiety, fits of anger, and panic attacks stemming from the irrational belief that if she does not conduct mundane, repetitive rituals around her home, the people in the mirror will cause her physical harm. Sending recommendation to the patient's GP that she is suffering from OCD along with possible schizophrenia, advising further tests and possible antipsychotic medication. Dr. Ari Richmond, Silent Hill Psychiatry and Family Consulting. Man, you just have to tell one weird story and you get schizophrenic medication? Doctors in... The doctors in horror media never seem to reflect doctors in reality. I'm just like, man, motherfucker, I've been trying to get ADHD medication for basically a year now, and no one will even fucking take me seriously. Like it's like a fucking infinite treadmill of nonsense to get in my way with it before they'll even consider testing me. Ah, there's a lighter in the room. I think the lighter has technically been optional. So they give you the ability to get another lighter here if you made it this far without one. Because you need it to complete the puzzle. I think this person's talking about the person in their mirror. I'm gonna diagnose them with several conditions at once. Immediately. So nothing's around here. Yeah, upstairs is just kind of empty and boarded up. I believe that's it. I think I did the thing. Yeah. Oh. Was the floor swimming a second ago? Oh, it's some Z fighting. There's pieces of paper that render on top of or below each other based on how far away you are. Oh, that's trippy. I thought that the water... It made me think the floor was covered in water. Like it was... because it was rippling. Oh, rain's gone. I endured. More candles. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't a great place to encounter an enemy. Dude, this guy always struggles with doors. He doesn't feel very play-tested, does he? Also, why can't I ever light candles with the lighter? Just feels like I'm missing interaction. Only plot candles can be lit by lighters. This game definitely has an issue with enemies that just camp doors, which is just kind of douchey. Like, just come attack me. I'm in the nice, convenient, open Resident Evil room where I can run around you. But he's like, nah, doorways are hard. My AI can't handle this. My character's too wide. This is stupid. This is actually stupid. Oh, god damn it. But he can perfectly block that with his hitbox, me getting through that area. Great. Oh, more of him. How am I doing? No, I'm doing fine. The severity of that visual effect is just for you getting stunned. Fort District 4. Oh, is this the subway system? Can you not climb over that? The signposting of mechanics is strange in this game. You mantle over stuff all the time that's just like that, but this time you can't. It's odd. Like, they know the game's full of moments like that, where you mantle over various things to get around. So it's strange for them to include those kinds of things as supposed barriers, and it's like, it's not a barrier. I know for a fact my character can handle it. Okay, yeah, that's the subway fog. Yes, this is a way of accessing old areas. And I don't currently have a reason to do that. Because the main backtracking thing I have is the need to take the paintings, and I've only found one new one so far. I'm sure that I'm missing stuff, obviously, but scraping every detail of every part of the map for Let's Play is just kind of like a brutal way to play the game. Because I'm sure it's frustrating when I look at something for a while and then I give up and leave. Oh. Hi. I'm sure it's frustrating when I look at something for a while and give up and leave, but there's the part where you just feel your audience watching and you're like, okay, I've made no progress for 10 minutes. I really need to go back to doing something because I can't just stare at all these dark walls and hope that I can somehow materialize what this game wants from me right now. Sometimes people respond being like, but you cover puzzle games all the time, so what's the problem? And it's like, yeah, but puzzle games have more defined expectations. As far as, I mean on my end, I mean maybe on some level on my end, but also like, I mean like the game communicates the bounds of its rules and what it wants from you. Whereas for weird Easter egg style side content, it could literally be anything. There's such a wide variety of possible things a game might be expecting from you. And if you don't already know, you can't really intuit it. Not consistently, because there's not a framework. I'm on a boat.
Gotta be kidding me.
Did you really think it could end like this?
After everything you saw back there, everything we've been through, you think going back to prison is all that's at stake here?
We're not going to Wayside.
What are you saying?
Turn the boat around.
Are you out of your mind? We're free. When we reach the opposite shore, I'll go one way, you can go the other. It's that easy.
We've got unfinished business, you and I.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, and honestly, I don't care anymore. There is no way in hell I'm going back.
It wasn't a request.
We've both just been through hell. Haven't you been paying attention?
No, you haven't been paying attention. You think this is all an accident, just a big coincidence? This town, it knows me. It showed me things. It wants me to finish this. Don't you understand? It'll never let us go until we finish what we started. What you started.
I told you. I'm not going back. You might as well shoot me.
Fine.
How's it going, Murph? Heard you're gonna be leaving us soon.
What do you want, Sewell?
You weren't thinking of leaving before you paid back my favor, were you?
Napier.
What am I talking about? Of course you're gonna keep your end of the deal. You're a real stand-up guy, Murphy. Parole report says so right there in black and white. A model prisoner, right? Sure would be awful if they found out about what you did to that child buggering bastard, though, wouldn't it? I mean, shit. That would ruin everything, wouldn't it?
What do you want me to do?
What you're good at, of course. Ridding the world of monsters. I got another one for you.
Who is it?
Don't worry yourself about the details, Cupcake. Just take out the garbage like you did before and we'll be square.
When?
There's gonna be a little disturbance tonight. The other guards and me are gonna have our hands full, so no one's gonna notice when you head down to the showers and find your guy waiting there, just like last time.
And then?
Oh, I think you know what comes next. Unless, of course, you're thinking of breaking our deal.
And this other guy, he deserves it?
Oh, Murph, you have no idea how bad he deserves it. Hell, I only wish I could do it myself. So, what do you say, Cupcake? You gonna play ball?
I'll take care of it.
Born free.
Welcome home.
Murder's a mortal sin.
Revenge is a long, treacherous
You know what?
bring shit to that. So often the answers are before us, Murphy.
It doesn't matter what you
Only
want.
we allow ourselves to see them.
Well, now. Immediately, that one funny electric stock noise. We are just in prison now. Okay. That's a transition. Alrighty, I went back and rewatched the cutscene because I wanted to be sure, and I'm like, yeah, she definitely was not on that boat. They literally give you a wide shot from the distance of like the entire boat, just revealing like, yep, he's completely alone on that boat. You can see behind him and everything. I don't have any resources, do I? They took all my stuff. What was the point of even getting stuff? All right, we'll see how much level this one turns out to be. Escape from prison. Thanks for mentioning that. I wouldn't figure it out on my own. It's a bit like when my previous objective was escape from Silent Hill. You're like, no, yeah. There were some subtle clues that I might want to do that. Yeah, it makes me wonder if either the Silent Hill is just mashing us together at random in order to force us to interact. But then she doesn't seem to be disoriented ever. She's just there and she's ready. But she just keeps mysteriously appearing. So that makes me wonder if she's not real. Especially since like our first interaction with her was her just falling off the cliff. So she dies in that scene, seemingly. Like that's what it feels like is implied at the time. The other guy that falls like that did actually die. This little note that flew across was real. 7 p.m. showers, be ready. So that's the thing. So we have a second. The shower imagery we've seen is complicated by the fact that we now know there's a second incident in the shower. They like their obstacles you run by during timing-based puzzles, huh? Alright. So now we know that the shower imagery is complicated because it's not just a reference to the person that we wanted to kill in the showers, but it's also referencing a second person that we were ordered to kill in the showers. Which might be why he has especially complicated feelings and manifests as like that like executioner type bad guy. Worrying. Yeah, that's just a glass dome in the middle. At first glance, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, at first glance, when it cut to it from that thing, I thought that was a clock. It's like, oh, they're going heavy on the clock imagery again for the prison. This is a full-on panopticon prison. It's the panopticon from every video essay you've ever watched. I started to feel self-conscious about having a section about the panopticon in my Ad Astra video because
crossover on this.
it became increasingly clear that like people in video essay circles actively make fun of mentions of the panopticon because of how overdone it is as a video essay concept. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's an applicable metaphor. Sorry, I'm basic. Sit down when shots are fired. I don't know, maybe lay down? I'd like to not get shot. I'd feel safer on the ground than just sitting somewhere. Those bullets are gonna go somewhere. They're trying to train obedience, like if any shots happen in the area, they want you to just stop and sit still. Uh-huh. Oh, that guy is gone. So this is at least the second time that something like this has happened. Don't step off, what are you doing? Okay. His foot did not track amazingly there. Like, I was like,
Hold it together, man.
there we go. Oh, I guess I'm not checking those stairs out for a while. Whoops. That's at least the second time I've been crossing one of those pits, and it hits you with horror imagery midway through, or an escalation or a threat. This time it's straight up flashbacks. So so he was there during a prison riot. I'm guessing that whoever he killed might have caused that. I don't know how much more you can pack in unrelated stuff narratively. Another fire axe, my beloved. It's always me and fire axe guy. Okay, first aid kit's not gonna open that.
Need another key card.
So I am now getting items like first aid kits. Feels like a little bit of a dick move, because I'm like, why did I collect all these items up till now?
But how do I get the damn thing open?
Oh, it's locked. I was like, why is it asking me to use an item? Oh. Why would you board this up? That's a little strange. I think that's me. Yeah, the bottom middle. Oh, yeah, it says Murphy Pendleton. You can see his name. Right. Marty Kaysen. And everybody else is blocked. We can see this guy's face. Psychological report. Real State Prison. From Dr. Wayne Sarah to Warden Glenn Milton. Subject. Initial psychological evaluation profile. Person is male, blah years old. He's serving a blah year sentence for blah 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 and blah. He appears to be excellent in physical health. We briefly discussed his past, as well as the events that led to his incarceration. Blah maintains a soft-spoken and somewhat introverted demeanor, yet appears to be cognizant of his crimes and able to serve his sentence without causing any trouble or displaying resistance for these reasons. I recommend he be approved for placement in general population. Respectfully submitted by Dr. Wayne Sarah. So it's potentially talking about us, but it's still up in the air again. Insert code. It's very funny to say insert code over a safe. Like, gouged into the cement. It's like, yeah, buddy. I think human society knows what a safe is. That's a body. It's so dark. Can I have the flashlight? This will help me with how dark it is. Oh, and he has the card. What was that sound? Did he move? Spooked me. Key card? Not the worst time to mention that this entire series is demonetized / copyright claimed. So, if you'd like to support the channel, hop on the Patreon, because I'm not making any money from doing this series. All the copyright music's not helping. In the middle of hearing the song play earlier. Was it, oh Jesus. That fucking ancient song that was playing on the radio a while back. I was like, oh, I might be in trouble, huh? And I'm like, yep. Well, I'm not gonna mute that whole part of the video. Called the cloakroom. Yeah, that hallway goes for a while, so I think I'm gonna check this place out. Okay. Huh. Calm down. Shotgun shells for the shotgun I don't have. Go with my previous shotgun shells for the shotgun I didn't have. Oh, walkie-talkie's back. Oh, is that more ammo? Pistol and shotgun. Almost missed that because they're in the same... I think that's the same locker I got the shotgun shells from. It's probably fine. Oh, I think that's what I would have found if I went down the stairs. The radiator blocked door, apparently. Hi. So this game just has 3 enemies, huh? Lady and this guy and then big white monster. I mean, eventually it has like the occasional like boss fight or the weird wall guys, I guess, but like it's getting pretty dire how they just do not have any more enemies in this game. Okay, I'm gonna have to get past this thing. I don't have a perfect recall of the series, but I feel like it's got to be like the lowest enemy variety ever in any Silent Hill game. Maybe not as low as Shattered Memories, because I feel like that the only enemy in that game might have been those things that were chasing you during the chase segments. I don't remember the game super clearly. I remember its fun gimmicks and weird stuff it was doing, but enemies less so. Babe. Bad fucking news. Someone around here got in their stupid head that I'm some kind of rat snitch. Been taking heat all damn week from other inmates, and the guards are coming down on me for every stinking little thing. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good, babe. I gotta get my sorry ass out of this place somehow. I need you to call my lawyer. Let him know what's going on fast. Please. I'll see what I can do on this end. I got some ideas, crazy ones, but better than nothing. Love forever. Rick. Maybe he won't pay attention to me! Oh, he's got a weapon. Oh, and there's the other one. He's back. Okay, camera, Jesus Christ. What is it saying to pick up? A gun! Wow, they made that hard to see. That away. It's loaded. Can't go that way. Alright, things are pretty blocked everywhere. I don't have a black light. I was just thinking, like, did I encounter a code? I'm dealing with, like, the enemies and stuff, so I'm not always in immediate record this thought as a puzzle thing mode. So I'm like, wait, have I encountered a code and forgot already or something? But there's a whole other wing down here. So the guy accused of being a snitch is a person. Oh, the ball's back. The guy being accused of being a snitch is a candidate for who I might have been asked to kill. There's a decent thing there, but I'd like to keep the axe as long as I can. It's pretty good. Am I being forced into here? Yes. Uh-huh. Sure. Got it. Is my flashlight on or off? There we go. I couldn't tell because of the water. The water doesn't really reflect it. But we got ourselves in a rough situation when we were willing to do a second kill as per someone's request just to get the first kill we wanted so badly. And we weren't. We didn't really verify whether or not they'd even be someone that deserves it in any way. That us? Yes. There we go. Murphy. Forgiveness? You have the balls to ask me for forgiveness? How can I possibly forgive you when you destroyed everything I had left in this world? Every time I look at you, all I can see is his face. I only asked one thing of you, and that was to be a good father to our son. You failed me, Murphy. You failed me, and you failed Charlie, and wow. And now there's no way we'll ever have him back. Don't call me. Don't write. I never want to see you again. Carol.
Carol. Where did they get this?
Hi. Those are a trip. He keeps saying, where did they get this? And I find that interesting. Like he's gonna find out this is all on Candid Cam. Like, you got punked. We punked you. You're on the show Punked. Oh, that's technically a new guy. Uh-oh. Oh, can't go that way. Woo, he's tall. He's a tall man. It's like, dude, there's like extra dimensional nightmare shit happening. I don't think this is like a fun show that you're being pranked by.
This door must be open from somewhere else.
I hate to break it to you, but this is probably real. Questionable use of the word real technically, but there we go. Did I just get away from that guy that quickly? Oh, no. Okay. That was very funny. Oh, okay. I was just like, is he that oddly undedicated to following me? Yep. Oh, 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 oh. Bye. Ow. Oh, I'm dead. Is that my first death? That wasn't... It's my second death. My first death was the QuickTime event. And then my second death is this, I guess. I only die to random things that obliterate you. I just wanted to check out. There's a room in there. I was like, what if I check out that room? I suffered the consequences. I thought I could wait over there for the thing to swing by. Did I do another quick time event again? Angie! Angie guy! Grar! Rar! Alright, well fuck that door. I'm not dying again to try to playtest that if they're gonna be mean and have it be placed so that it hurts you right at the place you come out of when you go through there. Oh, there we go. I guess that does that. That takes care of that. Thing can go this way. $25. We usually just call those quarters, but okay. I am in danger. Return of the shotgun safes. Oh, this one, the shotgun I get to keep. Oh. You can't hold a shotgun and a pistol at the same time. In your holster. Particularly, you can't have a shotgun and a pistol and melee weapons. Why does it say open inventory? Oh, this one's locked. Let's put the quarter in. It's like a vending machine of shotguns. I mean, the shotgun's probably worth having, especially since I'm probably gonna run out of ammo for my my axe. Ammo. Durability for my axe is probably gonna run out. Police Department for Boston Police Department for immediate release. August 17th. BPD seeks public's assistance in locating individuals suspected of child murder. The Boston Police Department has issued a be on the lookout BOLO alert for blah 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 in connection with the murder of an 8-year-old male. In the BOLO alert, the BPD expresses interest in locating and questioning the suspect and asks all law enforcement personnel and civilians to identify the BPD immediately if he is located. Suspect should be considered armed and dangerous. They're once again hiding who it is. Making you wonder on some level if it's going to be like a weird reveal, like it was actually... Oh, a few health kits are here. They're going to be like, it's actually you. It wasn't the guy, it never was the other guy. You made him up. No. A lot of images of this. Oh. It actually waited for me to look at the screen. Oh, the door's open. All right. Some cheap ass jump scares in this game sometimes. Just and then the game screams at you. Ah! Okay. Jesus Christ. There was nothing in here all along. There was a chair. Womp womp. I died for nothing. Boom, boom, boom. He came out of here. There might be something in here. He was definitely teleporting around because it seems to be implied he was the same guy somehow. And that doesn't make any sense. I haven't been up here yet. I don't know where this... Okay, this is the top floor again. So I'm back where the game started. Can I open this? Nope. I guess he politely moved the radiator that was in the way. And snapped open the chain. Wasn't there a radiator blocking the path? He just like put it over here. Like right where it would belong. It's funny. What a considerate, horrible flesh monster man. Maybe I can fix him. Can you fucking chill, game? I don't like it. Stop screaming at me at random intervals. It's not funny. Does the keycard work here? Yep. There's a note. Overlook Penitentiary, the Prison of No Return, by Paul Grimm. The Grimm Paul. In operation for more than 50 years, Overlook Penitentiary has garnered a reputation as a place where prisoners are sent to never be seen or heard from again. But that's not all. Overlook has also been rumored for decades to be haunted. Strange, disembodied voices, ghost-like apparitions, gruesome deaths, and unexplained disappearances. The inventory of peculiar happenings that have been reported over the 3 years by both prison staff and inmates is disturbingly prolific, some might say. Others, however, claim this is nothing more than legends born out of an environment that is conducive to terrifying tales. No question about it, Warden Stephen Creviston told us. This can be an extremely scary place. We've got society's worst and worst of the worst locked up here, many of them clinically insane. It's just a matter of time until crazy stories flood up our prison, regardless of how impossibly horrifying they may sound. Despite his doubts about the paranormal aspects of Overlook, Creviston does admit that some portions of the prison's notorious reputation are not wholly undeserved. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of strange deaths within Overlook's foreboding walls, and even more bizarre disappearances. And although a number of these incidents may remain unsolved, Creviston maintains that the vast majority of the disappearances are easily explained. Our prison is surrounded by waters. He wants to talk about the waters. Oh, hello. Another health kit for the collection. How's my health doing? 100%. I've never been hit. I guess I did die and restart. That might have messed with things. I've never used a health kit yet. I'm up to 4 of them. Did I finish this area? Oh, a map. Okay. That's the Centennial Building. Well, I haven't had a map since the Centennial Building. That was a while ago. I guess this is like the real zone then. Everything, the previous area was just an exploration spot. I mean, like, just kind of like a linear, like, series of places to go through. This is the one where they expect me to, like, poke around more. That might backfire. Finally. Unequip.
The guards can pass their sidearms through that window.
Huh. It's a get rid of your entire inventory button. Let's see. Do not cross until signal. Oh, it's because that's a metal detector right there. They want me to dump everything here and then pick it all back up after the metal detector. I feel like this can backfire. Are they gonna take all of my gear for like the 4th time this game though? Just gets mean at some point, right? Are they gonna encourage me to dump all my stuff here on the way out? Friends? Damn, they're kinky in here. Uh-oh. Well, that's a few of them. Alright. Oh. It's gonna be hard to get anything done with these guys coming at me. Uh-huh. Switch to the one that has some more ammo, I guess. There we go. I think I'm gonna need to stop these guys, or they're gonna keep coming. Alright. Gun retrieved. Yeah, an entire pack of them is going to be a problem. Let's just nip that in the bud before they just become a thing that keeps getting back up and pursuing me in these hallways. I'm avoiding doing every kill I can do because I do feel like it's going to have consequences. This game constantly hits you with that about how the enemies behave while hitting you with the imagery of how you are beating somebody while they're down and going for kills, and it's talking about like redemption or revenge and all these other elements, and they always have multiple endings based on some core theme or recurring element of the game. By the time you read this, I will be gone. I wasn't sent here with a life sentence, but this is what it's come to. The days here are eternal, relentless. Each new sunrise brings endless boredom and monotony. Each new sunset, pain and fear. I have done my time, and I no longer wish to be here. But I found a way out. Soon I will be dead, but I am finally free. I'm coming, baby. Oh. Oh. See, this is kind of cheesy. It's kind of cheesy just to throw in a wobbling 2D image of what happened to the Snitch character. The noose was enough. You had a note and a noose. You don't have to then be hyper literal about it and then express the suicide happening in the moment. It just kind of undercuts it a bit, I think, to go that far. A big stick in here. Suspicious candle. It's a cool looking sort of like ritual room. Oh, another noose. Does this one also have a note? What am I thinking of with this ambiance? It's like, is that Halloween or something? I think it's a horror movie audio thing that's like referenced a lot, but I think I've never actually seen the movie it's from. A fire axe is real tempting considering my shotgun doesn't have a lot of ammo left. Only 3 shots left, whereas the other one has 17 shots. Let's see. No. My bad. It's tempting to put this by the front door where I can find it again. And then go grab that fire axe and use that. And maybe grab the shotgun on the way back out. If we even come back out. So there's my black light. Yeah. Okay, so how do I get in there? Oh, there's a door. More or less answers that. We have a keypad.
Damn, I'm gonna need the code.
Another code. Wonder how this game denotes to you what codes are needed where. Like all the way back on the top floor, there was a shotgun case code. I guess I don't really need it that badly anymore because I've literally just found a different shotgun, but... Oh, no, that was a safe next to that. I don't know what the shotgun locker needs, but next to that, separately, they wanted you to, get a code for the safe. That's kind of how I thought this would go. Here we go. That'll show him. Okay. Let's click on all the heavy machinery. There we go. Am I winning? I guess having all the distracting, noisy stuff is more effective if I leave. How much of this stuff is there? Let's see. Work release program application, real estate prison. Note, participation in the work release program requires compliance with basic eligibility rules and the rules of participation at all times. For any violation of these rules, an offender otherwise eligible for work release may be denied entry into or continued participation in the program. Date of birth, blah blah blah. Bunch of information. Murphy, this might be good for you. What do you think? Frank. chance to get out of this prison and do things. There you go. A quick response to something.
Stop trying to help me, did you, Frank?
The license plate factory. There's so many license plate printers. Why am I doing this? What have I become? Is this helpful in some way? Luring people here? I can now forensic my flashlight. Oop. Babe, don't got much time to write today. Just want you to know everything is worked out. By the time you read this, I'll be on my way. I'm finally gonna be free of this shithole and all these bastards. It's almost done, babe. And then me and you can be together like we always wanted. Almost. Love forever. R. That's interesting. I wonder if that's the first message before the other ones that led to they think I'm a snitch and then suicide. Ow. Ow. Shiny? Oh, you replaced the normal flashlight with the forensic flashlight. I forgot. It has both settings. I was like, what do you mean I have to drop the regular flashlight? Another one? Jesus. I might have made some mistakes by turning literally everything on. Oh, it broke. That's unhelpful. Runs around a lot over there. It's the previous guy again. Oh my goodness, they just keep coming. Alright, well, this is going to be turned to an attrition situation real fast. I imagine you have to turn on specific ones in a specific order or something. I broke the axe, so I can't get through there anymore. Pick it up. Ah, damn it. It's actually worse than normal. Like, you normally aim better in these games when they ask you to aim a gun. Motherfucker. Another one. Oh, this place sucks. Okay, I might need to load a save just to undo everything I've done here by turning everything on. It's clearly just like spawning enemies forever at me, which is like unmanageable. Usually you just want to press the buttons that a game sends at you. How can I move? There we go. Did I not turn this one off? What? Why was it turning on and off on its own? Alright, so he walks over here but doesn't actually approach the machines. He walks around here a lot, like to look at the... to scrutinize the stuff. He never turns towards any of these things. He walks around here a lot. Walks around here a... It's not clear if he's actually interacting with any of these devices. And his footprints end here somehow, which is also confusing. This is getting bad. He doesn't actually stop to look at any of the devices as far as I can tell. The best I can think of is he walks around in circles here a lot, so maybe press this one, and then this one, and something happens. But I don't think it ultimately spits out like a usable code. Do you think that maybe you'd get a code from this stuff? I don't know. Can I reload a save? I'm just gonna exit game. I'm just gonna see where the checkpoint system takes me, because this is like a fuck ton of enemies right now that I do not need to deal with. With use the right weapon, Murphy can reach high ladders. I wonder how many opportunities there are to do that in like the open world, maybe. It's happened twice to me so far. I don't remember if both times were mandatory. I think the first one was. No. Okay, the checkpoint's all the way at the beginning of the entire zone. I guess I'll see you guys in a little while after I redo a lot. Damn, okay. Fuck. Okay, I'm back and I haven't made the mistake of turning on every single machine to attract enemies, so let's...
You never stopped trying to help me, did you, Frank?
hope for better results this time. Is that a thing? No. Let's see. There's footprints... What's that? Oh, that's the flashlight. Oh, it's sticking out of the flashlight in a weird angle. Like, the flashlight's not pointing in that direction. It's weird. Okay. The footprints clearly go here. No, that's not the corner. There we go. Here's where it freaks out. Okay, well, that's a clue. 2. Oh, fuck you. Oh god damn it, is this place turning on? The game's being a douchebag and trying to attract monsters. Oh. Why is the vent not attached? Okay. 2, 3. This haunted ash. This place is so douchey. Okay. Just gonna keep trying to turn them on while I'm looking for the secrets. Wish I could just close the door. Where is it? Where's the secret? What even is that? Oh, it's this thingy. I'm not used to what they sound like individually because I had like the loudest thing on earlier. I guess. Where the fuck is the number? Found other numbers. I don't see anything. I really wish I could just look around in first person with the flashlight that... Let's see. This is different, but not entirely different. Trying to check like every surface of the goddamn thing. Oh hey, didn't grab that yet. It's starting to feel kind of douchey. I'm just like, where the fuck? Where's the number? The other ones were both on walls. Can't move anything in this room. Oh, there's something. 5. 2, 3, something 5. There's a lot of noises that people aren't checking out just because they happen to stop. Oh. There we go. I was wondering if this one had one because it has the big jumble stuff. So 2, 2, 3, something 5. I guess I can just do it the hard way.
Damn, I'm gonna need the code.
Two, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. I don't know where the 4 was, but I got close enough at least that I could figure it out. Figure out the rest. There's a quarter. Ah! I guess I'm not checking out what was behind the board on the wall. Jesus. I don't know. I thought this was the optional thing. Was this mandatory? I was avoiding checking out the boarded up wall. Classic adventure game moment. You use a quarter on a vent. Even Walking Dead did it. Ruh-roh. Womp womp. I thought I was supposed to go to the boarded up place. I was avoiding that to solve what I thought was an optional puzzle. And now I don't get to see what's behind the boards, I guess. Whoops. Oop. He's probably fine. They got him. Oh, and the fight's breaking out. Oh, that guy just disappeared. I guess it's because they're not real. Yeah, so I can clip through everybody. They're not real. So I got my flashlight out. There we go. Oh. 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 Yeah, I think sometimes I'm turning the camera, and when I'm turning the camera, the game happens to load or frame skip, so it freaks out, and I skip to looking in a completely different direction. Nope. Oh boy. So I think the doors don't quite work. I'm currently a fair amount of under attack. Whoa! That door doesn't work. Nope. Ow. I don't currently have a weapon. Oh, there was... here we go. They'll never get me over here. Haha. They definitely can't just squeeze through the same space. Okay. So they were doing the thing where you activate the exit, but then you have to wait for it to very slowly open, and then you get out. Did I lose all my shit again? No, I technically have a handgun still. Got some ammo for these things. It's the same candy vending machine. Real State Prison. Frank Coleridge, Captain Hanley. Sir, as you know, I've been a corrections officer at Real State Prison for nearly 20 years. During my tenure, I have been witness to questionable behavior by my fellow guards, but never to the degree that I have observed over the last 6 months. Most notably, the gross misconduct that I have witnessed by Corrections Officer George Sewell deserves immediate attention. C.O. Sewell has been engaged in a number of reprehensible activities, including drug trafficking, blackmail, coercion, and violence against prisoners. As a longtime veteran of the prison guard staff, I refuse to turn a blind eye to these transgressions. Please accept this letter as an official request to open an internal investigation of C.O. Sewell and any other guards who may be aiding him in these illegal acts. I am willing to formally submit my testimony in writing and or in person to the investigative community. Respectfully, Frank Coleridge, Senior Corrections Officer. Oh. Did he make me kill Frank? Would he kill Frank? Silent Hill. Overlook Penitentiary executives innocent man. Overlook Penitentiary executes innocent man. Internal investigation underway. Federal intervention expected. Saying innocent is interesting. It implies a certainty. It's a bit unexpected. There's a hammer. This looks like a whole thing down here, so let's check up here first. Oh, is this just the opposite side of the room? So there was 2 staircases, right? Let's see. Nope. This is its own thing. Got me some more shotgun shells. I'm wondering if he had us kill the guy that was specifically on our side. We definitely don't have any new memories of him, like, no memories of him being disappointed in us. Because you think he'd be disappointed in us and finding out that whatever happened to us that caused us to be stuck in prison again. And him being a reoccurring vision that never features that moment, but still sort of haunting us in general, kind of implies that we might have killed him. It's weird how this guy just didn't chase me. Maybe he will now, but that was very goofy. What is up with this AI? I don't know what's up with the enemy AI on this game. Oh, that's the showers. Here we are. There's blood there. It's a crime scene. Oh. Mourning badge. Worn by law enforcement to mourn the death of a fellow officer. Did I kill the person? Did I kill a police officer? That's specifically the one that the woman chasing me knew? Is that the implication? We then went and found his badge and confronted her with that separately. Why is there flowing water? I feel like the flowing water texture doesn't really make sense if there's blood everywhere. Just kind of feels like an odd choice to include. Oh.
How's it going, Murph?
Yep, they're all steaming up.
Heard you're gonna be leaving us soon. You weren't thinking of leaving before you paid back my favor, were you?
Hey, who's there?
Somebody's in here. It's the person that Murphy killed, isn't it? The steam means the cameras won't be able to see what's happening. Oh. But they're gone. Oh. Hello. Uh-huh. Yep, that's not what was on the side before. And the showers are bleeding now. Uh-huh. No closure. Oh, no fire this time. And here we go. Okay. Okay, see, that's a case of the game being too literal. I get it. It's because it's a metaphor. I was literally about to say, like, it's a metaphor of, like, how he's been running away from his past. He's running from law enforcement. He's running from the thing he did. And that's just, like, itself is, like, a relatively literal thing to say about how every Silent Hill game is about you not wanting to confront the thing you did. Or, like, a lot of them are. But then, after doing that obvious visual setup, the game is just like, Murphy, you can't run from yourself. I'm like, okay, thanks for saying that out loud. That was... really didn't need to do that. No one can accuse Silent Hill Downpour of being any version of subtle with how it just tells you what it means with its visual language left and right. It kind of feels like the version of Blade Runner that had a narrator. Where, oh wait, are the walls closing on me? I think they're closing, not literally. Yeah, the version of Blade Runner where Harrison Ford just keeps narrating to tell you what to think left and right. There definitely seems to be just some that never go. I'm here now. What's this totally safe button do? Oh, there it is. Oh, free shotgun in case you didn't find the previous shotguns. My inventory being reset like this just feels a bit mean. It's like, well then why did I care about resources in the survival horror game if you're gonna keep resetting my entire inventory? They did it at the end of the first level and they've done it now, and I'm like, is there even more game left? Oh, it's late. It's another screamy lady. Just in case you thought they were... Ah. Owie. Rude. Ow. Alright, so I was not allowed to leave. They were fucking with me for thinking I could run for it like normal. Alright, let's heal real quick. 5 health kits remaining. Got 2 quarters. Now it's a $50. That's not good. No, that's bad. Gonna need to reload. Gonna need to reload. Yep. This is one of the harder games in the series to reload, to aim a weapon in. Oh, can I leave? I don't need to be fighting them then. Okay. What was that? A stick. But I got 2 guns, which makes it impossible to carry any other weapons. Nope. Yo. It's a lot more shotgun shells. An embarrassment of riches. Okay, can't go that way. Am I just waiting for this thing to decide to move? Now that I pressed the button? Okay, yep. This is exactly what's happening. Oh, and the enemies despawn on their own when it moves. Okay. Is that just bullet holes that are glowing? I wonder why they're glowing. Hi. Stop it. Oh god. Reload, please. Hey, I got her in one hit. Oh, that's not helpful. It's really uncomfortable to shoot a gun at this close of range in games like this. Where it's like, man, I can't aim at this distance. Okay, how are we doing? We're doing fine. And I think I just reloaded. I think that's a fake door. Okay, no more elevator. More health kits. Alright. Nope. Very sensitive staircase ladders that just like suck you in. You're like, no! Why? Where does this go? Uh-huh. Can I see anything behind there? Weird organic looking shapes, kind of like spines and stuff. Or the Pokemon Metapod. There's an interesting Rorschach test result. The fake hallway or a real one? I think it's real. I briefly thought it was like, because the color changed, I briefly thought it was like a weird illusion that they do at the ends of these rooms sometimes. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, it's wild in here. Uh-huh. Okie dokie. Hope I didn't just accidentally turn around and go backwards. QTE probably? Okay. Oh shit, this again. God, this fucking thing again. Okay. We haven't done this since the beginning of the game. Random freak out camera. Uh-huh. Oh, there's a floor, it's reflective. Oh, this is a trippy room. Am I about to fight? They made me... Oh, I just used my healing kit by accident. Damn it. Might have even used more than one. Fuck. I was trying to press various D-pad buttons to draw my weapons. They made me drop my weapons again! They keep removing all of my weapons. They're such dicks. This game is so mean about just making you lose all of your equipment so far. It's like, the idea of earning a shotgun or trying to unlock it is so pointless if you constantly can't trust to keep your inventory. I think I just wasted 2 health kits by accident trying to fumble around with the D-pad. Whoops. Okay, we made it blue in here. There's enemies, but they're underground. So I guess I'm in the reflection realm right now. And when I rotate the thing again, those guys will attack me. But for the moment, I'm safe. What's this do?
That's right, you ugly bastards. Back off!
Are we wondering if I can lure them over there and drop the cages on them?
Yes.
Yep. They're afraid of light, apparently. Because, yeah, I think I need to cage them, because I'm going to probably switch back to that side of the level again. But I can't do much with that if I don't have a weapon. There's now a thing. I don't see controls on it. But I have to be in the upside down to get there. Hello. Don't mind me. Oh, the controls were on the top. Right. Which means they were at the bottom from my perspective. Well, that was trippy. Where am I? Wait, yeah, where was the door I opened? Oh, down there? I think. Oh, here it is. Is it going to refill over time? Yes. So this button empties the hydraulics and makes it stop spinning. But then I have to be able to reach the next button, so I guess I have to run over here before this turns on. Step on this. That turns that one off. Hope for the best. Okay, there we go. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work out for me, man. I don't know if I can trust this one. Okay. I was wondering whether or not I was better off inverting to the other side of the room. But I guess the puzzle was solvable on this one. These are like water tanks on this side. Exit's closed here, but not there, so I need to go back to the other one now. Can I have my weapons back? I brought them through the metal detector and everything. I don't even have a flashlight anymore, again. Oh, and they took my lighter away during the transition, so I can't even learn from my past mistake and use the lighter now instead. I lost the lighter probably when we came to prison, because that's when my inventory reset. I want to say that makes the whole open world kind of pointless in terms of like hoping to discover upgrades or resources as a result of exploration. But it might be that if you successfully open that one safe, that maybe your belongings are in that safe. If I'm charitable, I could guess that might work. I didn't open it, and I don't really know what the clue was to open it, so I'll never know. But that might have been a thing the game did. Okay, so they're afraid of light. The previous rooms established that, but then this cutscene did again. And I guess if they're taking my weapons away, that's the only way I'm going to get anywhere. Uh-oh. Okay. That protects me from anyone following me, I believe. And this is a dead end. Okay. No, close it with me inside. The door controls are really hard to use. Overall, I think that the leaning mechanic, the peeking through the door mechanic, I don't see when I would have really wanted to use it. I understand why other games would let you slowly peek through a door, but in this one it just kind of feels weird. They want you to like press forward on every door. I feel like every player would just get used to just always holding down forward when they go through doors and not interact with that system at all. So we're trying to shepherd him through the door to lock him in. Oh, but I need to go in there, don't I? I don't know. I can't trick the... I probably want to trick them into going in the gate, because I can't really trick them into not being in the gate. There. Now the gate's blocked. I don't know, they're all out there, but... I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do. I just cleared out the local area, at least. Can I go around the gate? On that side, maybe? There's a weapon. So now they're all locked in. Is there a way to go on this side of the gate? Sledgehammer. Pick up some scrap, I guess, if I run out of resources. Oh. Is there a lock? Okay, but aren't they all just gonna run around on this side? Oh, there's a light. That's nice. Oh, sometimes a light. I guess there's a gate going all the way around. Huh. Why is this whole area open? Just sort of a strange dead end. Oop. You don't trigger ladders by pressing A, you just kind of walk at them. Oh, is this the one that's not currently working? Yep. It can't be trusted.
No. Come on, damn it. Work.
You can't even set it up as an intermittent barrier thing, because it turning on and off that much means they can just walk right into the spot. And their first reflex seems to be to walk the way they came. It's going to be kind of hard to lure them into the gate when it behaves this way, because they immediately want to walk in the opposite direction. Their first instinct is to undo all the work you've done. Ah! And it's finicky. I'm not sure if this is possible. Oh, but sometimes one of them will just walk in, I guess. Not quite. Okay. Their AI doesn't seem to really in any way act like they're being... They don't seem to be able to comprehend that I'm tricking them or trying to get them to go in the cage. I guess once they go in, their AI just like hangs out and like, I like this cage. So it's just the other mechanic. It's the other room again, but just more annoying. But ultimately, you could just magically win eventually. Is this peak Silent Hill? Are we at peak, boys? Please don't walk back outside. It'll take 7 years to put you back in. There we go. Okay, so now everybody's locked inside. Oop. But where's... Can I go this way? Is there a barrier? I can't see because there's no fucking flashlight. I think there's a thing in the way. Oh, weird. Do you think you're trying to go out the door? Oh, did that gate down there suddenly open? Oh, is it leaking now? Is there suddenly water? I don't remember there being water a minute ago. Oh, hello, clouds. You alright? Okay, the door just kind of opened, yeah. Okay, does this open? Alright, we'll get there eventually. That's exactly how much this door opens. Got it. Alright, I have a sledgehammer and no resources. I'll be fine. Ah! Nope, it's back. Bye. That way? Nope. That way? Nope. That way? Nope. Nope. That way? Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm dying. I'm directly inside of the thing. Okay, no, that's not helpful. Okie dokie, and that's all the bad stuff. Let's go on this side. Oh, this is more of the bad stuff. Okay. Could be going better. Ah, damn it. Use a healing item if I... Yeah, I heard a little... Where is the level? Uh-oh. Back down to 21%. Alright. This way, I guess? Okay. You fucker. Yeah, I'm going upstairs now, sure. Just take... I feel like this... A lot of this damage doesn't feel especially avoidable, right? There, I hugged the wall so he can't grab me. Like, the fact that your paths you take kind of like double back on the way you came, I feel like it makes it really hard to actually avoid this guy. Please move. Why will you run? Ow! God damn it. I love... Okay. They have you do timing-based stuff while running from a thing that slows down the perception of time. I feel like there's a conflict of incentives there. I don't know what to make of the void this thing, this like abyss dimensional hole thing that chases me. I feel like it almost is like, it feels like they cheated a bit. Like almost like the game's kind of incomplete and they're like, well, as you can see from the rest of the game, the AI is not working great, so let's just make a thing that doesn't have to have an AI. So they made the one chase enemy in the game be a thing that just chases you directly through walls. So you never have to worry about if it's gonna get stuck on the environment and stuff, because it'll just chase you directly through the wall. Alright, so we learned the hard way that I guess you just skip that whole floor, you just go this way. Like it feels very cheap that it goes directly through the walls and just kind of doesn't have to navigate the map. And every time you turn corners or have to do a hairpin turn to get around a wall, that just means that that thing goes straight through that turn, but also it might literally be ahead of you now and attacking you from the front. One doesn't go. There we go. Yeah. Go, 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 go. I don't see one here. I don't see one here. This guy has crazy reaction speed. Okay. How we doing? 51. Okay, so I'll use one. Okay. And shotgun. It's becoming just use the exact weapon the game tells you to do every step of the way, as opposed to you having like resources that you cared about saving or and so on. With scales, am I gonna measure a heart against a feather or something? Like, oh, probably the badge, right? I can't do this one. The shank. I guess these are the plot items from this chapter. Crime evidence. A black leather glove stained with blood. Oh, nothing went in the other one? Huh. Don't usually weigh it against something? Isn't that the point? Ah! Oh, it's the wheelchair guy, right? Is he gonna shoot a projectile at me? Yep. Oh, that's a cliff. Oh, he shoots chairs at you. Terrifying. What's in here? Oh! Game. Okay, maybe the physics-based boss was a mistake in the game that doesn't run very well. Ow! Jesus! Okay. Oh no, that happens every time. That wasn't timing-based or anything. How's that health looking? Not the worst, considering I got punched by a fist larger than me. I'm wondering if the guy that I went to kill survived. Oh, here we go. I'm wondering if this guy represents the guy that I was supposed to kill for the second person, and if he just, like, survived the ordeal. Okay, there's resources up here. Ow, which I'm really struggling to interact with. There we go. Oh, there's a light. They had me do the light stuff because they were foreshadowing this mechanic. And now with this light here, I can probably then pull out this side's pump. QTEs, let's go. Unless this is me, like, am I on death row? Am I currently on life support and this whole game was fake? Ow, fuck. Owie. Okay, I'm gonna need a heal. Bro, dodge. There we go. Even more shotgun shells. Got him. Even more? Oh, so even more shotgun. Damn. Oh, right. This, gotta pull this one. What's up with the other? Wait. Okay. Is it over? Oh, I guess the light's gone, so I need to do it again or something. Maybe. Yep. So they had the earlier mini game with the play to foreshadow and set up these effects. How do I pull it out? It won't let me. Oh, there we go. I just couldn't get a prompt for some reason. What? Really? Oh, god damn it. So they set this up mechanically with the stage play, so you would have some idea how to interact with it, and then they brought it back to that last room with a really janky puzzle. Not because the puzzle was good, but because they wanted to establish that you know how to do this before you get to the boss fight. I can't believe how badly this is going right now. We're like, how have I messed this up so much? Okay. I just didn't mash aggressively enough, I guess. There we go. How you doing, buddy? Oh, lightning. I'm going over here now. What's this fun new third option? Where's this go? Oh, that's a dead end. How's my health doing? Slightly more than half. Bricks. Spooky red door. Hi. Oh, what the fuck? Can you go back in, please? Thank you. That was very funny. That was extremely funny that that happened that way. Is it gonna happen every time? Okay, go away. I don't know if this is supposed to be hilarious, but it kind of is. Oh, no, not this time. Ah, they faked me out with the color of the lights. Is there an item in here? There probably is. Yep. Juked him. This way? Okay, yeah, that's the side that works. Okay. Ow! Is this just the same room again? Oh, rude. Gonna throw stuff at me? Oh, you forgot. Okay. Oh, another health kit. So many health kits. Ah, my face. My beautiful face. Okay. Yeah. Let me back down, please, so I can button mash. Thank you. How's that health bar doing? Nope, not great. Okay. It almost looks like he died each time, but then he just is back. Ah! I don't really know what causes the punch to happen and how to avoid that specifically. Nope, nothing this time. He's throwing. Okay. It's always from right to left. Actually, is it? Was the other side mirrored or was it the same direction? Felt like it was. In fact, I feel like every single spotlight ever has been right to left. Like it's always leaning to the right. Why? Oh god damn it. I guess this just happens on the second one each time. Could be mean. But yeah, I think every time the spotlight glitched out on the stage play, it went off to the right, and both of the ones that were at. Huh. Yeah, I think that might be true. I think both of the ones in the previous room were both pointing to the right also, and you had to drag them to the left. Like it's that consistent. They all have the same universal default state, no matter where they're placed in the game. Come on. Yeah, I think the second one each time just mixes things up a bit by being like, hey, he goes electric mode and you gotta try again. Or something.
How could you?
What?
He was a good man. A good man.
What the hell are you talking about? That thing tried to kill me. It's not a man, it's a monster.
Well, that was predictable.
No, that's not how it was supposed to go. That's not what I agreed to.
Murphy? Is that you?
Officer Coleridge?
Jeez, I'm glad it's just you. This thing is kicking off something fierce. I knew you'd be smart enough to steer clear of it.
What are you doing here?
Sewell told me to meet him here. You haven't seen him, have you? He ain't answering his radio. Are you okay, Murph? You don't look so good. What's that you got there? What the hell's going on, Murphy?
No. This isn't what I agreed to.
What are you talking about? Agreed to what?
Tell him, Murph.
What's going on here, Sewell? Why didn't you answer the radio?
Should've learned to keep your big fucking mouth shut, Frank. Now my friend Murphy's gotta shut it for you.
Murphy, don't do this.
Come on, Murphy, you gonna keep your end of the bargain or not? Do it, you
Murphy.
son of a bitch!
No.
No.
And then he's gonna kill him? Or...
You know, he was a great man, my dad. Didn't matter who you were. Family, friends, even prisoners. He treated everyone with respect. Always looking for the positive side of people. I wanted to be just like him.
You don't understand. Your father treated me like one of his own.
He didn't die right away, you know. After you were done beating the life out of him, he spent years in that wheelchair. A fucking vegetable. Did you know that? And I had to watch this wonderful man shit and piss all over himself, day after day after day. And every time I looked at him, you know what I saw?
Listen to me.
I saw a monster. I saw you.
Just calm down a minute and let me tell you what really happened.
You don't know how many strings I had to pull to get your transfer approved, to get you to my prison. The favors I had to call in, the sick things I had to do to get you under my watch.
You don't have to do this.
My father was a good man. He didn't believe in revenge. But I do.
So she did the same thing that we did. Oh. I'm the executioner. Oh, is she running away? No. Yeah, I think that's just a case of like, this game just isn't as deep as it wants to be. It's just kind of, it's just a little funny when it's trying to be deep. I feel like I'm playing a video game adaptation of the FNAF movie. Down to like the daughter, and now the protagonist has a missing family member, and that's like their haunting thing. It's just strangely laughable. Became clear pretty quickly. They're like, oh yeah, no, we killed the one character that liked us. Because the narrative's so economical that there's like no one left for it to be. Oh. Oh, found another button. Oh, that's way more effective. Probably really hard to reach her with melee attacks, given that she could just shoot you with a gun and run away. But I know from the other missions that this is the overpowered attack. They also had me fight this guy and then use his hammer against him. Like, I picked up the hammer and it's like, it's almost like it's a metaphor. Oop, got her. We broke the cycle of violence. It's made a bit more convoluted by the fact that she's not the son. She's not the daughter of our target, so it's not like it was. It's not really the direct normal cycle of violence.
I won't do it.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
Yeah, but then he's gonna kill him and then blame it on us.
No!
Uh-huh.
Jesus, you're pathetic. What about Napier? The guy kills your boy. You go through all the trouble of getting yourself locked up with him, and what happens? I serve him to you like a fucking Christmas goose, and you can't even finish the job.
This guy just lightly waited around.
No, I gotta go in there and finish the bastard off for you. I ask for one little favor in return.
Murphy? Run!
And this is the thanks I get.
Frank!
Put your hands where I can see them.
You son of a...
I'm not gonna tell you again. Sewell here. We got an officer down. 1000, C block, shower level, over.
You can't do this.
I didn't. Whose prints do you think are on that shiv?
10-4, backup's on its way. Sit tight.
Roger that. Should have just kept your end of the deal, Murph. Cop killers don't last too long in here.
Why he's wearing gloves?
I'm sorry, Frank.
I'm sorry, Frank. I mean, you didn't really do it. And so, it might be because I chose Spare, but it's also revealed that he didn't kill Napier in the first place. He just beat the shit out of him.
Frank.
It wasn't you.
It was my fault he died.
Pendleton.
Did she see that?
I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
Huh. And then they just get closure because she forgave him for the murder he never did anyway.
Copy. Wow, County Search and Rescue to Officer Cunningham. Copy, over.
What?
This is Cunningham. I copy. Over.
What's your 20, Cunningham? We've got half the department out looking for you. Over.
I'm okay. I'm on the shore of a lake somewhere. Afraid I can't be more specific than that. Over.
Roger. We'll send the bird sweep the shore again. We've located everyone except for one, Pendleton Murphy. You got a 20 on Pendleton, over?
Negative. Pendleton's dead. Over.
Roger that.
You gonna be okay?
You better go.
Yeah, they kind of ruined it, didn't they? That doesn't work. None of that really works. They retconned everything he ever did that was wrong, basically, besides beating up a guy. Which, like, he's technically complicit in his murder, but he ultimately didn't murder him. And somebody else did it and ended up killing him. So, Pendleton's biggest... It just ends. Yeah, okay. Just lets you go and the game's over. Huh. So, Pendleton's biggest crime was attempted murder. Ow. Yeah. Weird hiccup. Like, he did an attempted murder, which isn't great, but he ultimately decided not to kill that guy even after all that he did to him. So he didn't even actually murder somebody in revenge. And so this whole game was Silent Hill tormenting him over somebody else killing a guy that he decided not to kill, and then killing another guy that he never wanted to kill. It feels like Sewell should have been the protagonist of Silent Hill if this is about fucking with these people directly and stuff, you know? Like, Pendleton's like, it's like pulling too many punches and it's defanged him and made him not that interesting as a horror protagonist because he didn't actually have that much going on and wasn't actually interested in, I don't know, weird. Huh. Okay. Yeah. This game happened. Yeah, I don't know, that was, yeah, that last level really, like, actively ruined what the game had going up until that point. And it was like, kind of like, it's kind of an embarrassing Silent Hill. Like, mechanically, I can see why there's some stuff people would like. It's just like, it's fooling around with, like, different systems and different, like, somewhat ambitious ideas that the other games hadn't done before. Kind of in the way that, like, people potentially like Shattered Memories for being really weird and having its own crazy ideas. It's like, in a way, when a Silent Hill game gets really invested in strange systems, it's almost like it's being, like, I'm so distracted by the voices that I'm listening to right now. I'd go to sleep. The song's goofy. But, like, it's almost like they're being spiritual successors to, like, Silent Hill 4 for how weird that game was being at the time. And the ideas that it had going on there. There's not much incentive to save resources because the game's a dick and just makes you lose all your resources. Like, that sucks. And they kind of set you up for that early on in the game, but I think it's kind of a bad thing to set up. On one hand, maybe it sets up the idea that you should just waste all your resources whenever you have them because who cares, you're gonna lose them anyway. But on the other hand, it kind of teaches you not to care about looking for resources because you're also not going to get to keep them and stockpile and, like, have any kind of, like, reward for receiving them. So, like, I stocked up on all those bullets over the course of the middle the middle like bulk of the game, only for the end of the game to just say, lol, in the final level you lose everything you had so far. It's all gone now. Oh, that song was by Korn. I said cornless self-indulgence because I was like, it's that specific nu metal vibe from a specific era. That's funny. Yeah, this one doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities though. Its primary redeeming quality is just the charm of seeing how it tried and had some ideas and like was giving it a go, but like the game runs like shit. It's glitchy as hell. It's really bad at telegraphing basic scares and moments so that on a regular basis, major moments on the mandatory critical path are just conveyed really poorly, which kills their impact because they just didn't do the scene correctly, and that's a bummer. The combat's just not very fun. It has like 3 enemies total. You fight a lady that screams, a stabby man, and the white giant guy. And then in the prison there's a couple of a bigger, different stabby man version of the stabby man. But like, that's like as few enemies as possible. The game essentially had like 2 boss fights in its entire run. It was just the hammer guy and that big awkward one at the end, which you don't fight directly, you just puzzle boss it. So the game basically had 1 boss fight in its entire run, and it was against ourselves, as we know now. And he goes down in a single magazine of pistol bullets, and then you just press the QTE to kill him, so I could have taken him out in like 5 seconds. Silent Hill's not known for having good boss fights exactly, like mechanically, but they are like usually cooler. Like big, weird, crazy encounters against upsetting imagery of like fucked up like flesh monsters and things. Like it's usually a bit more interesting than that. What we got didn't ultimately do all that much. So it doesn't have much in the way of like boss fights. Combat has almost no variety. You have fewer tools than usual, except for the part where they want you to pick up a billion different melee weapons. Exploration might have cool stuff going on in the open world part, but which I can't judge because I didn't find it all and don't know what I missed or didn't miss. But the critical path had almost no like proper Silent Hill levels in the way that you get like a big facility to like navigate and like poke at the doors of and figure out how to open everything and how to not open things and blah blah blah. Like it feels like it was pretty much just the the game's being weird because I didn't touch the joystick for a bit. Like I think the Centennial building was like the one proper building you had to like solve around, and then the rest of it was not really there. Like the first level with the mine and everything, if I'm trying to remember correctly, the one that has the map and everything, was kind of really brief. Like the bottom floor was just open space and so on. Other sequences were mostly just a series of linear hallways with little side doors here and there for like bonus resources and a little puzzle sometimes. But you were basically just moving forward continuously. The chase sequences suck because the monster sucks. It's just a weird floating orb that clips through all the walls and cheats, and so it just doesn't feel right to play like every time you're doing one of those. The story, as I got into, is just kind of like, it's just kind of embarrassing. Like there are several good scenes that are like moments that are like decently written little arguments and bits of acting, kind of. But the well, they're gonna play every copyright song back to back. Lost my train of thought because of this fucking song now. Like the story is just so on the nose that I kept predicting what was gonna happen oftentimes before things were even established. Like almost immediately, just the fact that we knew the person we killed in prison and a couple tiny little hints, I knew that, oh, okay, he's a child predator that got a family member of ours. Like, before we even knew. I think I said that literally before our son even was established to exist in the story. Like it's just so relatively generic and obvious and boilerplate of a narrative. So I just more and more I'm like, okay, so we killed our mentor figure, right? And then I was like, oh, okay, well, we didn't kill our mentor figure. We're gonna get framed for the mentor figure's death because that guy's gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna kill him then. And you dumbass, you're in this room. Now it's gonna look like you did it. Haha. I was not predicting that they would walk it back so hard that they would actually be like, no, you didn't kill the guy you killed either. You never killed anyone, actually. It's okay. And then she forgives you, and it's like, okay, but she forgave me for a murder I never committed. And like they fucked up the cycle of violence kind of set up by having it be that the death she's chasing me for isn't even the death that we thought we did. So like it's not like she has a relationship with the person that we took revenge on, and now she's taking revenge on us. They had to make it more convoluted by being like, okay, so you go after the person that you wanted to kill, but then unrelatedly, because I'm an asshole, I'm gonna make you kill this other guy, but you don't actually end up killing him. And then because I made you kill him, that sets you on a revenge path where now she's after you because of that. And then we're all gonna realize that this whole thing's convoluted and you're not even the real murderer, and she's gonna realize this whole thing was stupid and wrong, and that she wasn't even actually trying to kill you. She didn't even actually need to kill you because you didn't even actually kill him. So we'll just hug it out, and then Silent Hill will just let us go. So I guess Silent Hill captured us to teach her the lesson not to take revenge on him because he didn't actually kill her. So like in this story, Silent Hill was just politely correcting a miscommunication. Weird. So weird. What a weird story to tell. That doesn't really match anything that Silent Hill's ever been going for, as far as I know, in any of the games, really. Like, and I know it's back and forth narratively, because like in Silent Hill 2, it's about being the personal hell of James, but in Silent Hill 1, you're just like a guy who like, whoops, I'm stuck in this weird hell dimension, and there's a cult here. And like, and to an extent, Silent Hill 3 and 5 are both riffing on the 1's lore of just being a place, essentially, that you can get pulled into because of Alessa. That's like the Alessa trilogy, essentially, I guess. I don't know if people would like me to say that about 5, but 5's fine, I guess. But then 2, it's like it's a personal hell. Shattered Memories, it was the troubled memories of someone's dead father, and they're in therapy. So it just wasn't real at all. The Room is kind of like a personal hell. I don't know. It's a weird, fucked up. The Room is so interesting on its face. It was fairly tedious and long and not amazing to play through, but it was like the coolest Silent Hill on paper because of what it was doing with its weird get up, and that's probably why they revisit some of that stuff with PT. I genuinely can't remember Homecoming at all. I remember crawling through a cemetery and dogs attacking you and being fucking dangerous, like in Bloodborne terms, because they were just hard to interact with without just shooting them with a gun. There was like a couple of moments where you could either torture or forgive or something a couple people, and that affected the ending of that one, I think. I remember Homecoming even less because in Homecoming I got the joke ending on my first playthrough, which, why would that be a thing? I got abducted by UFOs and the game just ended, so I don't actually know how the story of that one ends, so that probably might be why I especially forgot the narrative of that game. Oh, I mostly just remember that there was a cop guy. There was like this one cop guy that seemed kind of nice, and they keep making you think he's gonna die, and you keep saving him, and he keeps showing up again. Like, yeah, the cop guy's back, yeah. And then he watches me get kidnapped by UFOs, and I was like, oh. And then the game ended, and I'm like, I don't understand. But yeah, I can't do a ranking of all the Silent Hill games very easily because I've played them over the course of 7 years, and that's too specific of a memory. But unsurprisingly, I think that the original 4 games were probably the best ones. Five's fine too. But 6, 7, and 8 are all very strange for a variety of reasons. And my favorite of those is probably Shattered Memories, which just because it's so weird. It's so weird. It's like it has so much of the genealogy of like modern walking simulator style like indie games that are like it's interesting to see that in the context of Silent Hill, like all this like environmental attention to detail and like weird phone numbers and radio signals and like all this like mixed media and stuff that you're picking up all along. Like that was kind of more interesting than all the other stuff. Unsurprisingly, and this is a little sad thing to say about a series that I've played this long, but like unsurprisingly, 1 and 2 are probably my favorites. They just kind of that's just kind of like the idea of Silent Hill. People like 3. I feel like I like 3 less than 4 to some extent, just because like I don't hate it, but for me, what was kind of tedious about 3 was the fact that like you just do nonstop levels and combat for like the first half of the game before any story starts happening. Like it's a pretty long series of environments before you finally find your dead dad, and then that's when the story essentially starts, and you're like, huh, why'd the story take half the game to start? That was a weird use of time. I don't know why they paced it that way. Yeah, overall they're mostly fine. I think that Homecoming and Downpour are specifically bad, and the other ones are more debatable. Downpour is rough. I feel bad for not getting all of the, like, whatever amount of content there was in the open world, and who knows how much there was, or what forms it took, or who knows what, but, it just, like, it was impenetrable. It doesn't match up with the language of the surrounding game in a meaningful way, so you can't really tell what the game wants from you, and where you're supposed to be going, or what the mechanics are for solving the puzzles, and like what are the bounds of the puzzle, how far should I go to think about it, what scale should I be thinking about it, how much is this, like, are they always things that you can't solve right now and need to come back much later after finding a certain item in a specific location in the later game? Are you supposed to spend 10 hours running back and forth through the subway / sewer system in a way that just kills the pacing? But also, like, I don't know if I would care, like, about doing all that stuff if it's all in service of a story that's just not very good to begin with. So like the main game isn't very good, so why would I trust the side content to be good when the side content itself is like just throwing me in, like, for example, that one weird underground labyrinth where I checked seemingly everywhere and I'm just like, I don't know, man, I'm looking for a heart, aren't I? Where's the heart? And it's like I can't see. The game is brutally dark. Like, it's the darkest game in the Silent Hill franchise, just in normal eyesight terms, not in actual tone or content. It's just like hilariously dark, so you can't see anything, and they really stuck with that the whole time. They keep making you drop your flashlights. They keep making you lose all of the items you collected. Yeah, I don't know why I'd be invested in going everywhere if the story that it's in service of is bad, and also I can't keep the resources because the resources drop off of me periodically or get lost because I transitioned into like a vision or something. It's strange. There's definitely more ambiguity to older Silent Hill games, like to the point where, like, I actually, when I think about the first 2 games, or when I think back to Silent Hill 2, I sometimes like struggle to remember exactly what the plot was of elements of it because of the fact that it is ambiguous about how a lot of it is handled moment to moment, and the imagery is more confusing in its interpretation of James's bullshit. And there's also multiple endings. I don't necessarily have them all memorized because I didn't play the game over and over again the way that other people do. But this game was like really on the nose. It's like, and like sometimes the imagery was kind of fun, but other times you're just like, okay, man, this is so extremely on the nose that it just feels absurd. Where it's like, okay, you're in prison, right? And your guilt is about this shower scene at the beginning of the game, which we got to see in its entirety up front. So like, we don't reveal later this thing about our protagonist. It's just up front we reveal that he supposedly killed this guy in the shower. So there's no like, oh, what's this all representative of? It's like, nope, we're constantly being shown hyper literal representations of him doing that over and over again. So it's like, okay, so I beat the shit out of this guy in the shower. Got it. And they reference that a lot. They reference the missing child a lot. They reference just a lot of prison imagery. So like, there's a clock level because clocks represent time, man, and you're like doing time. Like the animals, trap, and the cage is full. The cage is full. The day is new. Yeah, I know. You've got time. I watched Orange is the New Black for 50 seasons or whatever that was. And you let birds out of cages because like they're in prison, man, and you let them go, and then you frolic in a field because you're letting birds go, and it's like, huh. It's like it's a lot of like hyper little dungeons about prisons and being trapped and losing time and revenge. But then that gets neutered a bit by the fact that the final level just is a prison, literally. So like we're not even referencing the ideas abstractly now. We just are in a prison now. And then she sees you as the boogeyman, and it's like us rendering as the boogeyman and literally turning into the boogeyman to attack her. It's like, I guess maybe it's just supposed to be her Silent Hill or something, because like, why would we physically manifest as the boogeyman for her if we literally know we didn't kill him? Because like the boogeyman is a giant hammer boy who executes people on the floor by thwacking them over and over again. Like we got literal representations of that via the haunted house cardboard stand-ups that were showing us that, but we didn't do that. We never used that weapon at any point in his actual history, and he does not use it to kill her dad. He didn't kill her dad at all. He just feels complicit in it, but like he didn't do that. So why does it manifest as that visual when that's not a thing that he ever did? But like from the outside, the boogeyman is like it's a thing children make up. So it's like it's on that level it kind of works that it's like, oh, he's the boogeyman because he's her boogeyman. But why is it haunting us constantly then if we don't know that? And we probably didn't even know that she was the daughter, so we can't even associate the boogeyman imagery with her because I don't think that he knew who she was. So that stuff doesn't line up and is strange. I don't know. And like for a moment there I was like, what do you mean he lived for years and was miserable and he survived that and then was falling apart and miserable and like a medical mess? Like, because you would intuitively think that the prison transfer was me getting transferred to Max because I killed a cop, but apparently I just continued to be in prison like normal in the same way. You know, the prison that I was put in because I drove a cop car around. I stayed there after killing a cop for years because apparently she's like, he was like that for years, and she was why I was being transferred to this new prison, which is itself convoluted because you're like, wait, no, I should have been getting transferred because I killed a cop in prison and now I need to get sent to like a much worse prison, right? That's confusing. It's like at the end of the game, both she and the villain had to start just narrating at me directly their evil plans to fill up a bunch of plot holes because like the intuitive implication of half of the narrative was just something else, and they had to like be, no, that's actually not the plot though. A more convoluted, annoying thing is the answer. And it's like, oh, yeah, you would have to sit here and explain that to me because that doesn't really make sense. And at some point you just have to make them say it out loud because it doesn't really work. I don't know. It's just an inelegant, messy narrative. It's just not. It's just there's not a lot of reason to come back to this one if you're ever revisiting Silent Hill. I know that every game is somebody's baby and they get attached to things, and that's fine. But that's my opinion. Is I don't think this one's very redeemable, and I'm always kind of ready for to be surprised. Like part of the fun of I said up front that was part of the fun of this is that like every Silent Hill game seems to be someone's Silent Hill game, and it was fun being surprised by how like, oh, 5 is like a surprisingly competent, normal Silent Hill looking game. Oh, Shattered Memories is like really unique and weird and has some cool ideas throughout it while also being jank and a Wii game. And like all these like surprises here and there were part of the fun. But I don't think this one ultimately showed me much to make me happy. It kind of just felt like the narrative was deeply undercooked and the mechanics were undercooked, and like it didn't want to spend time doing normal Silent Hill stuff, but what it replaced it with was kind of like tropey, generic, like Xbox 360 era gaming tropes. Like when I look at the spotlight stuff and the running from the guy stuff and like a lot of other things are thrown here, and the gimmicky door opening, the linear level design, and the insistence on only letting you hold a couple of items at once because they want to have a real-time inventory menu and so on, that all feels like an Xbox 360 era game in like a unfortunate way. It's like it's full of tropes of game design that we moved on from since then because they were all mostly a pain in the ass and made games worse. The real-time up menu inventory is especially strange because the game never actually demands you to like switch gear or anything. So like, why not just have a normal pause menu like every other game in the series and just let you look through your items like normal in a way that's probably snappier and more satisfying to use and would have a 3D model of the thing and maybe a description and just like a nice pause menu. Having to press up to bring down a contextual menu and then scroll through them very, very slowly, like, it was tedious, but it didn't feel like it was like in any way like, oh man, how I'm gonna I have to manage this during combat, like in the way that you would try to like make that stuff messy, like trying to awkwardly thumb your way through all the menus to use a specific consumable in the middle of a boss fight in Dark Souls because you didn't have the right consumable equipped or something, or a game like Zombie U that has like, oh, look down at your second screen to check your inventory and you can do stuff with there, but you gotta look up at the main screen and look back and forth because like, oh, what if a zombie's coming, and like there's like risks involved. Usually when you make a inventory that has to be used in real time, you're in some way causing risks. Like you're making a mechanical system that I need to grapple with, and there's like something to think about there. So I was waiting for that to matter, and instead it was pointless. They just have a real-time inventory but there's no real reason you'd ever need to use it. You can only hold 2 weapons total, and you navigate the weapons via your normal D-pad menu. And it's just the fact that you can hold a sidearm is basically what that means. You can hold a shotgun or a melee weapon, and you can also have a pistol in your hip, and that's the whole weapon system. So there's no items to navigate through. You don't have like alternate healing items or cures of poison, or like, I don't know, fucking a supply of handcuffs for like capturing people so that they can't chase you anymore, or anything like that. Zip ties, like any sort of system for like stopping the people that are chasing you without killing them, or like any kind of items. Like the inventory just doesn't exist really. So it's just a big convoluted mess of quest items that you haven't resolved yet, or a lighter, I guess, if you want to scroll all the way to that. So it's just like, it just doesn't have a point mechanically. So it's like, it's lacking grit. And that's especially worth pointing out because like, it's a survival horror game. That's the genre that would do stuff like that. So like, as a survival horror game, this game has almost no mechanics. It's like incredibly shallow. You just grab melee weapons and beat people with them until they break, and then grab another one. And it's like on that level. And it's like, honestly, my takeaway from most of that, like the combat and navigation, is like, it makes me just wish I was playing Condemned, which was pretty cool. The first Condemned was like a neato game. It looks really bad now because the Xbox 360 era is really ugly now, like in a way that where it's aged rapidly. It's actively aged faster than the like PS2 era did. Like for some reason there was like a specific level of like increased graphical fidelity and like shaders and reflections and so on that like they're like certain tricks of visuals were really embraced early on there, and they've aged really poorly because they're really not good effects, and their initial wow factor is gone. So now that whole generation of games, but especially the earlier ones, everyone looks like crayon people, and like they're made of like shiny wax. Everything's like waxy and wet and round and bulgy in a way that's strange looking and uncanny. Whereas PS2 games had a really cool amount of art direction that had to overcome the other parts of them, and that they did better for it. So like Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4 actively look better than Silent Hill Downpour and Homecoming, especially, I think. Although Downpour is looking a bit better at this point, but like, yeah. But anyway, that was me I'm off topic a little bit. That was me just talking about, like, I've looked back at Condemned, and it's kind of interesting to look at as like a contemporary of Downpour, and kind of being a more, at least again that I remember more fondly for having some surprising number of similarities. But boy, is it ugly, unfortunately, from what I've looked back at, in a way that I don't remember it being at the time. So things age. Anyway, I'm just podcasting at this point, so blah, blah, blah. But we did it. I finished every single Silent Hill game, not counting, like, Silent Hill, like, Oracle or Orphan or whatever, and, like, some of these weird, like, phone games and weird gimmicky mobile games or spin-off stuff. There's, like, all 8 mainline games that have happened so far. Obviously, I covered PT back when it was new also. And I'm not going to cover... I don't think I'm ever going to cover Book of Memories, because that's like a top-down dungeon crawler, like, hack and slashy Diablo thing, as far as I'm aware. And I'm just like, that's not the vibe that I'm going for. That's just a weird spin-off. And I guess now there's a remake of Silent Hill 2, which it came out over the course of me playing this game. And sounds like people like it, like, a lot. So that's nice. I was worried about that game because, one, it's made by Bloober Team, and I'm not like a massive anti-Bloober Team hate squad person. I know some people really hate them. I'm not massively opinionated about them. It's just the one game I played by them was Observer, which was like fine, but also like it was full of scare sequences that were like way too long to the point where we got bored of them and started to feel like you're watching a screensaver of weird effects happening for no reason at some point. It just like wasn't very well paced. And people accuse the other games of being full of plagiarism. It's infamous for having a little scare where a baby runs into a wall and it being triggerable over and over again, which led to an infinite amount of that. But one of the things that worried me the most was just the fact that, like, I think that the original Silent Hill games were a perfectly fine duration, and they started getting longer with 3 and 4 and so on, and that kind of felt unnecessary. But also, like, they're doing a remake of Silent Hill 2, so it's like that game has a set series of levels and story and characters and so on. So what worried me is that one of the things they bragged before launch was that their remake will take twice as long to beat as the original game. And, like, a lot of gamers see that and go like, yeah, more content, more video game, more stuff to do. And I'm like, I'm inherently like, oh no. Because, like, I balk in general at the idea of things being longer as a selling point. Like, I think most games being longer is bad. I think open world games are kind of bad. I think that games are poorly paced in a lot of cases. But in particular, I think that it's kind of nice that a lot of horror games are like 6 to 12 hours long and then they stop. Because, like, I think that's like the reasonable pace and structure for a horror story to have in a video game form. And it kind of has this vibe of like a single really bad night this character went through and so on, which itself it has its own time limit, like biologically and like in the world and so on. It's just like, that's like, oh, that's how long a night can be. But also it's just like, it's overstays its welcome potentially. So, like, I was very worried that the remake of Silent Hill 2 would be bad, in particular because Bloober Team bragged about it being twice as long as normal, and I'm like, uh-oh, are they gonna fuck it up? But yeah, now we're in an odd space where I've caught up on these games, and now I have a choice to make about whether or not I'm gonna keep playing the future ones that are coming out every October, as per the Silent Hill tradition, or if I'll play them like when they're new. Like, maybe I'll play Silent Hill 2 Remake soon-ish. I didn't get it right at launch, but I'm not that bothered by that. It was in the poll for the Halloween games, and people voted for something else. So I'm like, okay, sure, we won't play Silent Hill 2 Remake at launch. And lately, people have not been watching my playthroughs of games where I cover a new game at launch. So unless I think it's really in my wheelhouse and definitely a game that'll do well, I'm not really super dedicated right now to the idea of playing games when they're brand new, because it feels like that I just don't really get the pull in the competition for everyone's attention for who's going to watch, of like whether or not people are going to watch me or other people or whatever for a new release. It feels like I lose that bet algorithmically or whatever, and people literally watch me play new releases less than other games, it feels like. And it doesn't seem to be because, like, people say, the people who do answer why say, oh, spoilers, I can't watch it because spoilers, and that I get why that people will say that on some level, but I don't think that's the real answer. I think it's just that, like, you're all competing to be like the one playthrough of that game, essentially. And I don't know, once upon a time people used to watch new releases and that was a reason to chase them. Nowadays I don't really know how to run a Let's Play channel anymore and get people to tune in consistently. Most of my attempts to do anything have not really consistently led to numbers, so I'm kind of like cooling on that. Just got to focus on the video essay channel, I guess, and get that off the ground because that has more potential. And also, I guess, just keep covering furry stuff because furries show up when other people don't. So, because that content does get watched. But yeah, I'm interested in how there's going to be a new Silent Hill game coming out. I don't remember if it's this year or next year. If it's 2025 or 2026, I mean. But it's like, was it Silent Hill F? I think was that what it was called? I've lost track of the news. I don't keep track of stuff super clearly, but I think I heard there was like a vaguely visual novel-y kind of like weird indie-ish side project thing going on, and then somebody else was making like a proper Silent Hill like new game, and there was the Bloober Team remake of 2, and those were all like on the back burner all at once. So I might cover these games when they're new-ish instead of waiting for the next October event. And so next year's October event might be the first one with no Silent Hill games in it. It might be the one where I just play a bunch of horror games and just kind of try to give a variety in my choices there. Because I don't think I'm going to stop playing horror games for October. That's just kind of like a fun gimmick to do as just like a reason to come back to it. I would almost enjoy having multiple months or throughout the year that are dedicated to gimmicky events, just because it'd be a nice reason to revisit certain things I like to revisit periodically. But that seems not entirely necessary otherwise. For everything else, it's just like, I don't know, maybe I'll cover a Resident Evil game every year, and maybe I'll cover a Yakuza game every year, and just kind of get around to it at an ambiguous timetable. But yep, this outro's too long. But yeah, it's been a cool run. It's been a cool run playing every Silent Hill game. I always... As much as I say I like new things and I like experimental stuff and I like indie games, and I don't totally love sequels as a concept always, but there is always the part of me that's kind of into the idea of revisiting what a franchise as a whole is like. Because whenever a series is like properly long, like 4 to 10 entries, that's when it is kind of fun to be like, well, what do they got? What's the, like, because like now there's a story there, like there's a long-term evolution of a franchise, both over the course of technology and like different people having their creative hands on it and having different impressions of what the thing should be over the course of years and years, and seeing a series evolve mechanically and visually and in style and in narrative and so on and in voice. That's just like a fun thing to learn about. Even so, and to some extent, it proves me right about me not totally loving sequels as a concept, because a lot of it's like really questionable, and you get to see the rough spots throughout. But it's also like, it is fun to learn that legacy and see what it was like, and have your own opinion on that instead of just like hearing what everyone says about it and so on. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This has been a very long episode, I'm sure, because I'm probably just putting this all in there. I'll see you next time.